Oh hi, it's Peter here. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the Wilson Reaction 70 racket. It's one of the cheapest rackets you can buy in the market. And I'm interested in this because I want to see the difference between a very cheap racket and a top-end racket. I was amazed by the price. You can buy this racket on the internet between £10 and £14. I was also shocked by the weight of the racket. It's 110 grams. That's probably at least 20 or 30 grams more than a lot of rackets at the moment. On first inspection, I've noticed the strings are really loose on this racket. Most rackets you buy nowadays, they're not like that. It's also got a steel shaft. Most rackets are made out of carbon fibre. Aesthetically, this racket looks quite pleasing. That's one good thing I've noticed. Right, so I've booked a court with my friend. We're going to do some drills and really test this racket out. Right, I'll see you there. We decided we would test out the racket's power and shot placement, its backhand, net shots, and defence. We do this in drills. First up, we looked at the racket's shot placement and power. I attempted to hit the shuttle tubes. With this racket, I found it really hard to get power. I thought I was going to break my wrist swinging the heavy racket. I also found it hard to get tight angles with it. I struggled to hit cross-cut shots. Comparing a cheap badminton racket to the top-end racket, I found in this drill generating power was much easier. You didn't feel like you were going to injure your wrist because the racket was much lighter, and also I found it much easier to get angles and be able to do cross-cut shots. Then we tried out net shots with the cheap racket. I found it very easy to actually play net shots with this. My friend said it was because the strings are so loose and soggy. The shuttle wouldn't bounce off the strings so wildly. The only disadvantage I found with playing net shots was that you couldn't do like advanced style net shots or anything like that. For the net shots with the top end racket, I found the racket less forgiving, probably because the strings were tighter. I found though if you did really play a decent net shot, you could really make it tight. I found also that the racket was more open for playing more advanced style net shots. Drill I was really worried about. Testing out a backhand clear with the cheap racket. Oh how I was just so surprised though. I could actually generate quite a bit of distance with the racket. Yeah, this was something I was definitely pleasantly surprised with. When I tried out the top end racket with the backhand, I found that it was only a little bit better than the cheaper racket. I found that the backhand clears would go a little bit further, and there was more power that you could generate. Next up was the defensive drill, the cheap racket. I found this racket to be reasonably okay on defence. The only issue I found was it was quite hard to really whip back a smash or drive a really high lift back to the back of the court. So if you're playing against decent opponents, you may find it quite problematic. In comparison, when doing the defensive drill to the top end racket, I found you could really whip across drives back from the smash. I also found you could really whack defensive lifts right to the back of the court. Right guys, I'm back home now. Just to conclude, I think this racket is good value for money. Like it's so cheap, you won't be losing much. But if you want to take badminton really seriously, I wouldn't recommend this racket. But for any casual badminton players out there who just want a bit of fun or want to maybe play with their children, this is a great racket to have. Thanks for watching, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.